Ladies and gentlemen, The Marvels is about to grace our presence. This movie, a lot of us YouTubers have been waiting for a while because it is going to be very good for our channels because nobody, and I mean nobody, likes Captain Marvel, and nobody especially likes all the other nonsense that has to do with Miss Marvel. This movie is going to be a combination of everything that people hate and basically talking about the MCU, everything people hate about it. It's going to be a culmination of all of that into one movie, and it's going to be fantastic. But we have an article from Bounding Into Comics that says the Marvel's executive producer says that the film was specifically designed so that women from all walks of life could relate to it. Whatever the hell that means, I really don't know at the end of the day, because they want to pretend as if they're the first ones to create anything in the world that's relatable. You notice this throughout Hollywood recently. Their big talking point is, oh yeah, we're making something so diverse and inclusive that everybody can relate to it. We want to make sure that people can see themselves in this movie. It's such a stupid way to advertise your movie because, again, this is not something that's new. People have been able to relate and see themselves and connect with characters and movies and TV shows for generations. This is nothing new, but modern day Hollywood is so damn obsessed with being narcissistic that they have to be the first to do everything, and they're trying to pretend as if they're the first to make a relatable movie for women of all walks of life. So let's get into this article from Bounding Into Comics. It says the Marvel's executive producer, Mary Lavanos, recently revealed the film was designed to target women from all walks of life. Lavanos spoke with Total Film about the upcoming Marvel Cinematic Universe project, where she first contrasted it with the Avengers film. She said the Avengers movies are these epic conclusions to chapters of storytelling, whereas this is a team-up with a narrative that we didn't necessarily expect for Marvel. Usually, you wait for characters to show up all together in Avengers movies. She then revealed that the film was designed so that women can relate to it. We were excited to design a team-up featuring characters that women from all walks of life could relate to. And I guess they're probably talking about the fact that the Marvels, the Miss Marvels, whatever, are all super diverse, right? So you have Miss Marvel, who is more like Indian, Pakistani, whatever the hell she is. And then you have Monica Rambeau, who's obviously black. And then you have Brie Larson as Captain Marvel, who's obviously a white woman. So they try to pretend as if they're doing all walks of life here. But where's the fat girl? I want to see the fat girl. It's not inclusive enough. Where's the Asian? I need an Asian. Where's the Hispanic one? I need a Hispanic one. If you really want to go about this whole diversity, equity, and inclusion nonsense, you need to bring all of it in here. It says, while Lavanos claims that the film was designed to have women relate to it, Lavanos admitted to Entertainment Weekly back in July that the idea of the character's powers getting entangled was taken from the original Captain Marvel comics from the 1960s. EW reported Lavanos notes that the idea of location swapping harkens back to early Captain Marvel comics from the 1960s, where Mar-Vell, the first Captain Marvel, and human Rick Jones would swap places using magical Kree bracelets called negabands. Interestingly, the film's gender swap villain Darben appears to be wearing what could be the Marvel Cinematic Universe version of a negaband in an official still from the film. And of course, we're gonna have good old sex swapped characters. I mean, listen, they're coming out and they're flat out admitting to you that this is going to be an MCU film. They're flat out saying like, hey, we definitely are making this to be a femme boss, girl boss kind of a thing. This is not for your regular comic book viewer, Marvel Cinematic Universe viewer. It's not for that. We're going for the girl boss. We're going for the tough, strong, independent women that need no man kind of a story, and that's what's going to be presented to you. So it's only a matter of time before this movie bombs. I really don't think this movie's going to do well, and I have been wrong before, okay? I mean, I said that Barbie's probably not going to do well, and Barbie passed $1 billion. So listen, don't take what I say for anything more than my own personal opinion, which is what it should be at the end of the day. But I really just don't see how this movie is going to do well at all, considering that people don't like Miss Marvel, considering that people cannot stand Brie Larson, considering that she openly attacked the fans to the point that nobody wants to give her another chance. I just don't see how this is going to do well. The only saving grace could probably be Monica Rambeau, but still, it's not going to be enough to carry the entire film, in my opinion. But I guess time will tell. It says in Captain Marvel 17, it's explained that Rick Jones and Mar-Vell can swap places by slamming the negabands together. Rick Jones first acquires the negabands and puts them on, and is then able to communicate with Mar-Vell, who is stuck in the negative negative zone. Marvel instructs Rick Jones to slam the bands together, and in the two swap locations with Marvel materializing in the physical world, while Rick Jones found himself stuck in the negative zone. However, as the issue progressed, it would be revealed that not only the two connected physically with each other, but they also share an emotional and mental connection. Rick Jones explained, "Something happened to me when we two traded atoms. Something like a merging. He's part of me now like I am of him. I even share Marvel's desire for revenge." While Lavanos admitted the film took the idea of power entanglement from the original Captain Marvel comics, she did not explain exactly how the entanglement works in the film, but only noted that each of the characters has light-based powers and that it's likely has something to do with that. The film's official description also confirms this entanglement, but does not provide any details on how it works. It states Carol Danvers, aka Captain Marvel, has reclaimed her identity from the tyrannical Kree and taken revenge on the Supreme Intelligence, but unintended consequences sees Carol shouldering the burden of a destabilized universe. When her duties send her to an anomalous wormhole linked to the Kree revolutionary, her powers become entangled with that of Jersey City superfan Kamala Khan, aka Miss Marvel, and Carol's estranged niece, now Saber astronaut Captain Monica Rambeau. Together, this unlikely trio must team up and learn to work in concert to save the universe as the Marvels. So listen, I just... I'm telling you guys right now, I just really don't see how this is going to be super successful. I feel like this is going to be a movie version of Miss Marvel. Like, even the director, even Kevin Feige said that Miss Marvel is going to be the sole reason for this movie. She's going to be the star of this movie. So it feels as if they're going to take their second shot with this. And she didn't do very well in her own personal TV show. It's still to this day the worst watched show that Marvel has ever put out on Disney Plus. So now you're going to make that person who pulled in the least amount of viewership, you're going to make her the most prominent person in the upcoming movie. I just don't know if that's going to work out as well as you probably think it will. But again, they're not necessarily thinking from an actual success standpoint. They're thinking, how can we make this push our message in the MCU? We need to make sure people realize that Phase 4, Phase 5 is all about girl boss, femme boss, and all that stuff. That's what's most important to us. We want to push our ideology. We don't give a shit about the fans anymore. The fans got us our prominence, and now we're just going to milk it for as much as we possibly can, because the fans got them where they are for the first 10 years. And they did. The fans got them where they are, and now they turned their back on the fans as expected, and they said, we're just going to milk this for as long as we possibly can until there's nothing left. And that's exactly what they're going to do with movies like this. So anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you did enjoy it, and if you did, consider leaving me a subscribe. I would greatly appreciate it. Don't forget to like the video, comment, let me know what you thought, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Hypnotic out.